Well, we're back again. We're back again, but only just. Because I'll talk about that more later. But it's been a stressful 2 days for me. And I wouldn't be here now if it weren't for my old mate Keith, who stood over there, look. If it weren't for Keith getting this bay, but there ain't many people down there, but you never know. You never know. He came down there, grabbed this bay, set up, and here I am when I could get away from home. More about that later. We're here at East Halton. We're fishing a 7.2 metre tide at 6:30, and hopefully we'll have some fish no matter what they are, because it's just about today being here and just enjoying it. So let's cut for the intro before I cock this intro up that I've just done, like I'm now doing because I'm rattling. So cut for the intro. Right, well, I'm now going to get these casted out because I've already set my rods up before I started the camera up. I don't want anyone saying that I did this in another video and I've just added it in, because that don't happen. This is now going to get casted out with this. We're going to get technical today because I understand by watching a couple of Facebook posts which made me chuckle that some people like to know more of the technical side of fishing, whereas I normally leave that for others. But today I'm going to share a little bit of knowledge with you in the Verns fashion that Vern would. So let's get this casted out. Where are you, Keith? In my swim? Yep, he's over my side. Gone deaf, hasn't he? You got any bait on? Mate, you cast over. John always cast over towards that boat, and John always catch loads of fish. But well, it can't be because it was down here in front of me. I'm here now, you know. Right, let's get this done. Let's get me framed up for it, eh? You can just look down there for a minute. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Eh? Lovely jubbly. Over there, get some light on the job, eh? Right, I'm right in front of my tripod. So, that is what you call an overhead thump. It's a lazy cast, but I'm only going out short, so that's what I'm doing. Plus dragging that, mate, isn't it? Yeah. You want to go further right? So there you have it. We are out. We're fishing. I'm going to get the next one baited up and bring you back for that. And hopefully we'll catch some fish. I don't care if it's whiting, dabs, you name it. I'm over there. I've moved from 12 o'clock to between 11 and 10 o'clock as I look out there. Don't need to explain that because I know you're all intelligent enough to understand that, like you are. I always give you the benefit of the doubt that you know how to bait up and everything, and for me to show you how would be it would be wrong. It would be presuming that you're all idiots, and you aren't. Isn't that right, Keith?
That's right, my mate.
Yeah. So the next one I'm going to chuck out very short. I'm literally going to chuck it out 20 yards and straight out here. Yeah, so nothing's happening. I'll bring you back after I baited the next one up, and see you in a bit. Let's look at this paratrooper going over this wall, eh? So he's getting my bucket from. Don't let that. You sure that's solid? Because you aren't on the flat.
It's got rubber insoles at the bottom.
Has it?
Yeah, it don't slide.
A bit like your shoes then.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, the rubber's on the bottom there. That's level that.
Yeah, you've not got no wellies on, mate.
I don't need wellies on. Not yet anyway.
Well, hurry up because that water's coming up.
I know it.
I don't know why you didn't get it earlier.
Yeah.
You do mess about. Right, get it half full, mate, but no more. That's ever so good of you, you know. That's it, let it sink. That's it, and then bring it up. You know how to fill a bucket, don't you? There ain't enough in that.
Yeah.
You want a bit more in there? Don't get your feet wet. Julie's gonna bloody be mad at you. If you put it in and let it sink, water goes in. That's it. Brilliant. Surely that's got enough, hasn't it? What's that like, Keith? Yes, plenty in there, mate. Thank you very much. You see, without people like you, I'd struggle, you know. Is this payback for when I had a bad hip and you had a sore ankle?
That's correct, mate.
That tiny sore ankle.
Yeah.
Let me hold the top of that, mate. I don't want to see you fall.
Mate. I've been down it about 5 times now.
Can that go up any higher?
Because it was as high as I want it.
Well, you want it up higher so you can grab hold of it. That's not safe.
Yeah, push up.
You'd get chucked off the building site, mate.
It's free runs above.
Now, you haven't fished with me for a long while, mate. Is it because we fell out? Or is it just hasn't happened?
Just hasn't happened, mate.
That's it. I just want to see about your site. See, now you got more trailed on, mate. If you was on the building site, takes your weight, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes anybody's weight.
They're normally rated, you know.
Yeah. Well, if I weigh...
You're a big lad with muscles.
276, I'll be fucking...
How much?
If I weighed that...
You weigh 276 kilo?
No, if I did that, then it'd be overweight.
What's them knees? You got no knee pads on. I've got you.
Knees.
I've got you.
I'm alright.
Watch me bucket. Can't you get a leg of her, mate? Does that often happen?
I don't know what that is, mate. What is it?
You don't know what that is? No, neither do I. Sounds like a lot of hassle. Thank you, mate. This is what you want to get now, and you can put it on your tripod, look. And that'll just stop it from... Here's a little tip for you, ladies and gentlemen. Another species. Look at that. Now it's weighted my tripod down. This is the tripod that I bought off Carl, and for £30, and went and got that, and tonight I'm using it because my one needs a quick rub down and a lick of paint. So now the weather's getting better, I'll be able to do that, and then I'll be back onto my original tripod that I've had for over 25 years. That's how good they are. 1.1 kilos those tripods weigh. If you're going for a long walk, or you're going down a rocky cliff or a muddy cliff, at 1.1 kilo, all it is like a walking stick, and it helps you get down safely, and it's so light it's unbelievable. There is no other tripod lighter than the Breakaway Jim, and you can buy it obviously from Breakaway, and you can also buy it, where I'd go and buy it, from Case to Tackle. Ring up Mike, Case to Tackle, he's on the internet. There you go, that's my plug for a mate. So yeah, don't want people saying, oh, you YouTubers are always plugging for money, but I don't get anything, just a friendship, and that's worth more than out. Isn't that right, Keith?
It is, my mate.
Yeah. Right, let's get this lamp done. I have got air late today, but I'll talk about that more later. So yeah, see you in a bit. Right, let's get this second rod out, eh? Is your car safe there?
What?
Is your car safe there?
Yeah.
It has been known.
You look your own van though, you.
Yeah, I don't like to spoil people. So that's out there. That's had time to settle. So what we'll do is we'll take the slack up, knock it into gear. There you have it. Both rods are out, as you can see. And that one's already gone under. Yeah, gone under. So I'll just swap the rods around, as you do. So there you have it. So we're out fishing. It's been a stressful day. My cat, my new cat Felix, who was the stray who had 300 fleas and he's skin and bone. Last week we were saying yet again, oh, he's putting weight on. He's thickening out and it would cross his front shoulders, but his back end was still skinny. And then literally after we said that, weekend, he just changed. He stopped jumping on my missus, sitting on her lap. He had took himself into the utility room on the drainer where he used to sit when he first come into her house, and the drainer's not used for anything before people think I'm a grufty twat. It's there and it's got a towel on it for him to lay on because he's all skin and bone on the metal. So yeah, that's where he's took himself to get out of the way, and he has lost all his weight. He stopped eating as of today, this morning, last night even, and I've been buying him licks and cat milk because that's the only thing he's had. So I took him to vets today, come out 80 quid lighter, and I was expecting him to say he'd got cancer and that he was going to be put down, and he gave him a couple of injections, and let's see how it goes. So he hasn't got cancer, so he says he can't feel it anyhow because normally there's a lump. And yeah, I do know that because I've lost 2 that have had a lump, including a chicken. So he's jabbed up, and I've been at home all day looking after him, keeping an eye on him. Got my van ready, went down and saw the wife. She come out on time for once, and Keith came here and got the bay. So then Rod's gone. Keith come down there and got the bay in case it was busy, and I've rocked up once I picked the missus up. But before I picked the missus up, I fed him into another clean bowl some fresh meat that obviously smells, and he actually ate about 2 dessert spoons. Now it don't sound a lot, but he ain't that big and he ain't been eating. So hopefully the jabs are kicking in. Don't want to lose him. I'm not a I am a sentimental fucker, but we don't know what sort of life he's had. And I know it's a cat and people don't like cats, and some like dogs and some like cats, but it is what it is, and he deserves to live. And we don't know what's happened to him before, and we just want him to live out the rest of his years with a fat belly and sat on our laps contented. That's all we want. And if we get 2 years with him, anything after that's a bonus. But we got him in July or June, and he's had a good old time, but he's had 2 setbacks, and this is the second one. So he's obviously a scrawny cat, he's obviously a bit runty, and he's obviously struggling a bit. But I'm off to the vets again tomorrow, so it'll be another 60 to 80 quid. But it is what it is again, isn't it? And that's all I can say. Very stressed. Yesterday I was that stressed I just fell asleep on the sofa. But yeah, tonight I've got thermals on the bottom, and I've got my heated jacket on, and I'm now turning it off. because I'm too hot. I've got my mustard top on, I've got the ghillie heated jacket. Woohoo! Yeah, and I've got my Reed's coat, which is a fantastic coat. I'd recommend it if you can afford it. If you don't mind spending the money on it, I can't think of a better coat. It's like a balloon, it's stretchy, it is so light, it's unbelievable. And don't believe what the hype people say about it, all the hype, that when it gets wet it gets heavy, because how can it? The water just runs off it, it don't soak in. So it's ever so light. Again, if you're going to rock mounts and stuff like that, this and the bottoms in your box, you wouldn't know you've got it. So with that and the tripod, you got a good setup. It does rip, and I'm not saying that as in a bad way. I'm saying that if you get caught on a hedge, I would say it'll rip, barbed wire, but then anything would rip like that, wouldn't it? So but the good thing about it is you send it back to Reed's and they stick a patch on it for you, or they'll put a whole new panel in. So anyway, it's enough about that. Torch, that's all right, I'm getting used to it now. It's still, the lower settings aren't bright enough. That's the only complaint I've got with it, is setting 1 and 2 just ain't bright enough, so I have to have it on setting 3, and that's why the battery don't last so long. I haven't had it not last a full session that I fish, but I'm only fishing, let's say, 3 before and 3 after, but it don't run out. So I always have backup torch anyhow. So that's all that done. I'm up to date with you now, apart from all the fucking wankers that have been, as I went out of my house, every fucking car was just slowing me down all the time. And it wasn't until I got round to where I was getting that I realised they were all OAPs. Now, there's nothing wrong with OAPs, so any pensioners out there to Verns fishing, do not unsubscribe. But you know what some of them are like. It was Sunday morning back in the 70s, and you was going out for a drive in the country and there's Sunday drivers everywhere. It was unbelievable. And then when I went in Lidl, it was rammed with pensioners. So I realised it must be pension day. So there I was in a queue all the way down the shop, because they had 2 tills open, with getting 6 tins of sardines and 3 packets of lick-licks for Felix. Nightmare. And that every time I went out to pick them, went down to see the missus, there's people pulling out, stopping, didn't know where they're going, turning that way and then coming back, and you're getting infuriated. And it's the same when I picked her up, and even coming here I had 2 idiots. So talk about stress, you must be able to see where it's coming from now. And yeah, I'm better now. I am better now, and I'm not talking about the bed shitter and her with a Lego haircut, old Rachel Thieves, or Rachel from Complaints. They say accounts, but she worked in the complaint department. Yeah, and the old bed shitter. What a tosser. Anyhow, let's get on with fishing, because I want a cup of coffee and have a chat with Keith. So see you in a bit. Bloody battery run out, didn't it? I was stood at the wall reeling in, and I'd got it up in the water, so I couldn't stop. I could have done, but then things can go wrong, can't they? But we've only gone and caught a fish. It weren't heavy, but it's good. Let me get my hand in here. Oh, that's cold water, that is. We got ourselves a codlin. What's a booty? In you go, buddy. So we've only gone and done it. First day back. Last time I was fishing was the 16th of January, and that was at Hut-Off with John. And the 2 days after that, I was absolutely shattered. Walking on the old soft sand takes it out of me. And again, I drove home and had to stop twice, I think, to go to sleep, because I was just falling asleep at the wheel. Well, I weren't falling asleep at the wheel, but I weren't far off it. So yeah, so it's the 30th of January today. For those out there that think, bloody hell, when are these filmed? Yeah, it's the 30th of January. So I haven't been fishing for 14 days. It's quite some time, isn't it? 2 weeks. So this is the thing, you get a load of videos in the bank, and then when you get all the bad weather, and like last week was good weather in times, but I couldn't fish because the tides were wrong and I didn't want to go to the beach. I got hiccups, didn't want to go to the beach. So yeah, I've got another line on out there now and it's gone slack, and as I was reeling this one in, I noticed it had just gone slack, and I only checked it 2 minutes ago, so need to get that wound in, and then I won't be fishing at all, but I will be very shortly. So let's get this in. Hopefully this battery won't go dead. The battery was showing about 60%. But yeah, sod's law, isn't it? It's got to be someone's law, isn't it? Probably bed shitter. Pulled out. I reckon, you know when I said to you the tides changed?
Yeah, it brought it round.
Yeah, I reckon it's brought it round. And somebody, some dirty oink, has been weeing in that soil in this bay. There's all that grass bank over there to have a slash in, but no, let's wee in the corner of the bay so Vern can sniff it all night. It's like a flippin' telephone box from the 70s over there, and the 80s. You don't get them anymore, do you? Right, I'll show you the fish and then let's get it chucked back. Let's get this set up. Catching codlin again, eh? I'm trying to show Keith how to catch fish. But that water, I tell you now, that water is cold. Brrr, it's like that.
It's heavy.
Is it heavy?
It's heavy.
Is he in the frame? Do you think you got something, Keith?
Weed.
You got weed, mate. Keith's got weed. Right. There you go. One little codlin. Show you on camera because you can see that bed. But yeah, what a little crack of fish. There you have it. Perfection in miniature. It's just nice to catch one because at this moment in time I don't think Spalton's caught on the Lincolnshire coast. Let's get this back. All I can say is I'm like a dancing queen, ain't I? Always catching codlin, innit? Keith, what are you caught, mate?
At the moment,
don't be shy.
weed fish.
Weed fish. A little bit of nip in the air now, isn't there? That boat's going as well.
That big box there, look.
Yeah, they've loaded that one. Hey, eh? Well, couldn't want to catch a better fish than that, could I? Don't know what else to say really, apart from, well, I don't know what to say. But did you notice the chiseled looks on the fish? I mean, it was a cracker, weren't it? So I better get these baited up, and get them out. I'm going to stick a worm on one and a worm on the other. See you in a bit. Right, I've set you up down there. You're going to have to wait until you see me. But you'll know I am, because I've got quite a muscular frame. Let me just run through my tackle. This is a fishing rod. You need one of these if you want to go fishing. This is a fishing reel. This one's called a fixed spool, and it's also a live liner. Some might call it a bait runner. On this I've got fishing line, which is 0.45, and on here I've got the king of all rigs, which is a 2-hook flapper with size 2 hooks on and a 6-ounce weight. You need all these components if you want to catch fish. Some people might go into this a bit more in depth, but I like to think that you've got some common sense and you know what you're talking about. Plus, there's better channels than mine talking about tackle and tips and tricks and all sorts. I'd go see Graham Pullen on Totally Awesome Fishing Channel. That's where I'd go, or Billy Fishing, because he knows his onions. Right, let's get this out. This is how you cast a rubbish of red thump. Get it in your finger and give it a good wallop. Went a bit too far, that did. Like, way too far. So the next one won't go out as far. Drags are set. So I've cast it out, and then what you do, let the weight settle on the seed bed. Bit of slack, let it do its thing, put it back in the tripod, take the slack up, get a bend in the tip. Put as much bend in the tip as you want. If you don't want to see a bite very much at all, wind it right down. If you want to see a bite really good, just wind it a bit so you just get a little bit of a kink in it. Normally to the left, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, that's about it, isn't it? Once you took that slack up and got a little tiny kink in it, set your drag. If you don't set your drag, you might get your tripod full another 3 times. That don't happen to me. Not saying it hasn't, but it don't happen to me. Set your drag. Right, next one I'm going to cast out. This one here that I've just chucked out is going over on the clock face at about 10 o'clock. So it gives me scope to put one in short, just in front of us. See what happened. I'll get baited up and bring you back. Right, we're baited up. Let's get this out. Right, this ain't going far. That's too far. Why did I didn't even try to cast that out?
I'd cast it too far, I think.
Right, we're there. That's where we're casted. That's where we're going to catch the fish, isn't it? So, Well, scores on the doors are, I've had a small codlin to about, what, 26, 27, 28, something like that. Perfection in miniature. What you had, Keith?
I don't know, but something, eh?
Yeah, but what you had up today?
Nothing. Wheat fish.
So we've got to start giving it the up, haven't we, for Keith? But don't do too much of it, because you'll be wasting your time, because by the time you're doing that, this is over. When was the last time you went fishing, Keith?
Way before Christmas.
Way before?
Yeah.
You might have to turn that light off, mate.
That second week of
Your head torch.
about the second week of December, something like that. Way before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that then?
That was on a boat.
Because you've
Last
been
time-
work. Yeah, yeah, that was right. You went boot fishing, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the only time I've been fishing.
Enjoy it, don't you?
Oh yeah.
What'd you catch?
A few cod, whiting, haddock. Biggest cod I've caught up to now, about £9 6 ounce
What, in that session?
in that session, yeah. And biggest haddock, £2 3 ounce.
It's alright, isn't it? Pity they don't swim closer to shore.
Yeah, yeah. And then a load of decent sized whiting. But I put all the whiting back. Put about 5 of the haddock back and 3 of the codlin back.
Yeah. So you had a good meal out of a couple of them then, or what?
I only took 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah, that's alright, isn't it?
2's enough.
So is that a charter boat or a mate's boat?
A mate.
A mate.
Yeah, I'm out with him tomorrow as well.
Well, good luck with that one. That planet up there is red. Do you reckon that's Mars?
Yeah, they say it's a red planet, don't they?
Can't get redder than that, can you?
No. And you got Venus beyond it.
And my rod tips. They're stationary at the minute. I never saw that bite, you know, but I could have got it when I made my coffee, couldn't I? A little bit of weed on, nothing major. So yeah, don't forget, I can't recommend these tripods enough, especially if you're going fishing off anywhere where you got to walk the long way. These are got threaded in there, stainless steel, and you just turn it to tighten it up, and it's rigid. You know, it don't go anywhere, even if I trip over it. Isn't that right, Keith?
You might have times you've tripped over yours, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Cups come in and out like this into that holder. Always put your cups in your box, because they can fall off, because you'll catch them on summit and they'll fall off and you'll then have to walk back looking for them. But I always leave the head on. And the amount of times I use that tripod as a walking stick to help me down anywhere, in Cumbria, Holderness Coast, it's like a third arm for me, that tripod. But yeah, there's not much to fishing really. All you need to do is just go out and fish and enjoy it. I've got, you know what I've got shitloads of rods, shitloads of reels, but you don't need all them. It's only because I've got this problem called OCD, I think, and I'm a bit of an hoarder, so I reckon that's why I bought them. The wife would be nodding her head saying yeah, but my main rods are Daiwa Kenzakis, and they are absolutely fantastic. You get them in 13 and 14 foot lengths. 2-piece rod. Another new rod that I would consider buying if I didn't have the Kenzakis would be Century Fire Blades, because they're the reasonable price market, because they're like, I think they're 300 and odd pound, aren't they, for one of them, Keith? I mean, how can you not buy a Century Fire Blade or a Daiwa Kenzaki at 240 quid instead of buying more expensive rods? Because there's no way, even if I had a good hip, even if I had a good hip, would I be able to get all the energy and all the power out of them rods? So, you know, that's for better hands than mine on a fit body. But the best rods I find are them second-hand Ziplexes, because everyone feels different. And you've seen my Primo, or is it Primo? God, I get that wrong every time. Primo, is it Primo? Primo's Primo, innit? So I've got Primo high flexes, and that rod is totally different to any other Ziplex that I've casted. When I did that off the ground on the beach, and I'm really looking forward to going to the beach again to use them, it was just, I can only pronounce it as silky smooth, and it was absolute doddle. There was no Christ almighty, this is bending and it's filled up with force. It was just, oh, lovely. So I'm hoping when I go back it's going to be the same again, and I get to love it even more. And I'll need to keep my eyes out for another high flex. Don't care what model. I did look at 2 others, maybe even 3 others, and had the opportunity to just make a decision to go buy them, but I never did, and I regret it now, but they'll come up again. Anyhow, this is East Holton. I've had a codlin. Keith said fuck all, but he's working on that, aren't you, mate?
I'm trying my hardest.
He's trying his hardest. I reckon it's them green tip lights, mate. I reckon the fish can see them and they run away.
Probably.
Right, I'll see you in a minute, and yeah, see you in a minute. So, you know what time it is, don't you? Yeah, it's Jack and Ori. So what's the story, Keith?
Hey, it's about poaching when I was a youngster.
Poaching when you was a youngster?
Yeah.
I seem to attract poachers, don't I?
Yeah, brilliant. Going back to when I was about 18, 19.
Yeah.
We used to go out, do a bit of ferreting at 410 with silencer and a 12 bore, and we used to go out, enjoy ourselves.
Did you have a licence for that?
Well, that's debatable.
Right. Okay.
I did have a 12 bore licence after.
Right.
Because I had a safe and had to keep it in, like when I was older. So
but not when you was young and a rogue.
No.
No.
When I was young and a rogue, there's 3 or 4 of us, me, Nigel, Rob, and a few of us. We used to go out poaching.
And did you sell these poachers, this poaching stuff that you did, these poor little bunny rabbits or pheasant? Did you sell them, or did you do it to eat?
Did it to eat, and the other ones to give away to other people. That was just the fun. It was more of a what you want to call it. You get a kick out of it.
Right. I don't know if John got a kick out of getting all their meals, but I think he did. I think he did as well, so you must get a kick out of it. Yeah, you do, you get a kick out of it. And I enjoyed it, you know. One day we went out, we thought we'd go around Funnock Woods. Woods there, and we went round. We were poaching, looking for rabbit holes and pheasants and stuff, whatnot like. And the police car pulled up, somebody must have noticed us or reported us. And I had ferrets with me, and I had a ferret box, and I had my name in it like an idiot. Right.
And
what, names on the ferrets, or your name in
my name
the box?
in the box.
Why would you do that?
Because I used to do ferreting a lot.
Is this?
I used to do it legally.
Does this legally?
I used to do it legally.
So do these names in the box, putting your name in the box, does that go back to school when your mum put your name in your collar?
Well, whatever, but I just put my name in it. I just put my name in it. Because simple reason is I just put it, because if anybody picked it up, well, I was left it on the banks while I've got the ferrets on me.
Right.
You know, went down and doing a bit of ferreting. The knows it were mine, because I never used to carry it. I used to put ferrets in my pocket and that.
Yeah.
Then you may run around in what you call it, like a big army jacket.
Right.
And you know, we was out there, and then he says, cops there, it's got lights shining across here, look. And next thing you know, they're coming over towards in our direction.
Right. Remember, this is just a field. We don't want to say where this is.
Yeah.
All right.
And Rob and he says, come on, let's go. So I says, leave the box. I says, I've got my name in the bloody box.
Right.
I says, but we says, just leave it. So we left it and run across, come right round. ended up back on the road again. And then we walked back up, and the cop car was still there, but they hadn't found the box.
Right.
And I managed to get my box back. And you know, it was fun. We got back, then we went to, you know, got back in car and then went home like. But it was one of those rememberable things because it was all funny.
And did this go on every weekend or every night or
No,
twice a week? Or?
I used to do a bit of poaching with school. I used to take 410 and that out, like shooting pheasants out of trees. These air rifles and 410s.
They go in trees?
Yeah.
I thought they just went in hedgerows.
No, it's the park. Yeah, you shine light up at them.
I drove down there today and there was 2 pheasants and I literally stopped and cut them off because they were just running down the side and thought they're going to run out and get run over just to get them into the edge. But I never thought of pheasants because they always fly quite low, don't they?
Yeah, well they do.
But they do because people go shooting, don't they? And they're up like that, aren't they?
Yeah, you get them out.
What a numpty I am.
Yeah, we used to do it. It used to be.
Tell I ain't a poacher.
Well, I can tell you aren't, yeah. But you know, we used to go in. I used to pluck mine. I think robbing that skin there, so I'm not sure. I found it easy to pluck them.
Yeah.
But there's no mess if you skin them because simple reason is the feathers are still stuck to the skin.
Yeah. Anyhow, if turn away from that bit, you don't want to listen to any of that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, it used to be alright.
And how many years did you do this for?
A few years, from what's 18, 19, up to me going into army and messing around.
Right. So was the poaching what made you decide you wanted to go in the army?
Nah.
Or was there not a lot about back then? Because this was, when was this? What decade were we in then? Be 70s, wasn't it?
It would be, yeah. Yeah.
So what, late 70s or
Mid 70s?
Mid 70s.
Yeah.
So Wuthering Heights weren't out by then, was it? So this is prior. We're talking Ziggy Stardust sort of time, 72 to 70.
Yeah, in that area. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do this.
So what? And that made you want to join. What made you want to join the army then?
I joined the TA, and then after that, I moved up to join the regs.
Right. And the reason was there not, like I say, there weren't much work. We'd have to sort of talk about what manufacturing there was or anything, but there weren't nothing you wanted to do, or.
No, I did. I worked a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, that's shut down now.
Yeah, we don't have to say the name. So
Well, I
you
worked
used to
there
work
for a
at a
bit.
flower place or a mill, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, it was as it was in them
Why
days.
did you stay there? Because they paid good money.
The money weren't bad, but it was repetitive. I was only flour packing.
You was packing on the packing, so right.
Yeah,
Okay.
just throwing big 100-weight bags onto pallets.
Right. So what made you actually want to join the military? What was you? Because I wanted, as a kid, I wanted to join the military because I used to watch a lot of war films as a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, and of course it's inbred in you. But my old man always used to say to me, "No." So I never got the chance to do it.
When I was in the TA and that, we used to enjoy it. You know, I used to go out. I used to skill at arms because I was a good shot at that time, a good marksman shot. I used to go all over, you know, representing our regiment at that time.
Yeah.
And then I just moved up into the regiment full time after that. And that was alright. It was 5 Royal Anglian then, and then we got disbanded. And
I was going to say, is it still going now? So what? 6 and 7 what?
6 and 7 Royal Anglians.
Royal Anglians.
Yeah, and then from there, but doing in TA and that, I had a lot of fun. We used to play cards and that and cheat.
Yeah. Plenty of women, I suppose.
Oh, there was plenty of them, especially around Scotland. That
yeah, we don't have to name them, mate. We've got to keep it a bit clean.
Yeah, it was just uppy Scotland. If anybody's in the TA and that, they know. And
Don't upset Julie, do we?
No,
because you must have been a fanny magnet back then.
I was thin and fit.
Thin and fit. Well, I'm fat and fat.
I used to be.
I'm fat and hard.
I used to be. Come on, eh?
My missus would go, fucking idiot. Well, I think that's it, mate. I think next time we go fishing, we'll carry this story on and
Yeah.
leave people in the realms of bloody hell.
Yeah, why not?
What did you do in the army, in the Royal Anglians?
Royal Anglians, yeah.
Royal Anglians.
Infantry.
So where were they based?
The Lincolnshire Poacher Regiment.
Are they? They aren't the yellow belly things, are they?
Yeah.
So you was a yellow belly.
We're yellow boys.
Yeah. But you didn't have the yellow.
And it was called the Lincolnshire Poacher.
Did they ever?
Lincolnshire Poachers.
Were they? So that's why they took you in. What's your criteria? What's the best thing you've got? Is it maths, English,
were the
and you went,
poachers.
I'm a poacher? Well, you're in.
Yeah,
They didn't have any dress uniforms or anything with the yellow belly.
No.
That was all gone back fucking
It was just
Napoleon times, wasn't it?
Just as we was called, was the Lincolnshire Poachers, or
Yeah.
they used to call us the Yellow Bellies.
Right. Well, mate. Well, that's Story Corner with Keith. So there will be a carry-on from this one. But if we do it now, it'll just be too long, I reckon, won't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah, and we're going to touch on a few things and whatever. But, yeah, that'll be in the next one when I'm fishing with Keith again, which will be soon because I've missed him. But I can only do 2 or 3 sessions and then I need a break. I'm joking. Anyhow, that's it. That's Story Corner with someone new called Keith. See you in a bit. Keith thinks he's got a fish on. Do you think is it heavy, mate?
No,
Can't see your line.
you said to York.
Oh, look at that. The rocks are showing.
That went to 7 metre tide, can't be.
Well, it is. That was up the wall, mate. Yeah, it was. Look, can you see that? We're there. We're about 2 meters away from the wall. Yeah. 2 meters away. So a couple of boats are gone. Keith thinks one's come back, but I don't.
That big and pulled over there, look. You see where it is at the end there?
Right. But they're building another pair down there. So, yeah, it's an enjoyable night, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not been bad.
And Keith's got the added bonus that he's going fishing again tomorrow. Whereas me, I haven't got that added bonus. Tomorrow, I will be going at work and I'll be phoning the vets up, booking my poor cat in. He's ate a bit more food tonight, Karen said, but he hasn't ate loads, and with a jab booster, you would think that he would eat a lot more. But we'll have to wait and see. I'll take him to the vets again tomorrow and tell him what's happened for the £60 it's going to cost me. But I really don't want it to go bad, but I think it will. But then I'll look at things at worst case scenario so I don't get so disappointed. But I'm quite impressed. I've enjoyed tonight's fishing. Is that on? Yeah. I've enjoyed tonight's fishing. I didn't think I would because of what was going round in my head with my cat. Now you might laugh at that and think, well, bloody hell, it's only a cat, Vernon, but you know, I've known people get upset when a dog die. And back in the day when I weren't too impressed with dogs, I used to think, well, it's only a dog. So everyone does it. But it don't matter what animal it is. It could be a big fat chomper of a pig. You get affectionate, don't you? And they become part of your life. And you see them about and they get under your feet and you shout at them. And, you know, when that ain't there, you miss it. You might only miss it for a week or two or for the odd day. But, you know, they'll always be in your mind, won't they? But, hey, I'm talking as though he's gone. He ain't gone, is he? He's still... Well, that's another thing. He's never purred. We've heard him purr faintly if you put your ear up to his body, handful of times, but he's not a purrer. You just don't know what they've had in the life, do you? Anyhow, I've been watching my rods, honestly, and they ain't moved. So I shall be reeling in shortly and then casting out again, but it has been just get out and clear your head. type of fishing session, this. And it's been 15 days, I think I said, or it's 14 days. So getting back into it really. But yeah, every time I've been fishing the last 3 times, every time, the 2 times with the 3 times with John, twice here and once at the coast at Hut Off, or was it Easington? Yeah, I think it was Hut Off. Absolutely shagged I've been, as in tired and having to stop and sleep. So someone put in the comments, I should look really, but I know someone's put in the comments this week, drink 2 cans of Red Bull. Well, I'm not that keen on Red Bull, but I do know there's tablets called Pro Plus, so I might just pop them, because I'm taking like 200 tablets anyhow, so 202 ain't gonna hurt.
Pro Plus is best, mate. Pros Plus, I'd right.
Yeah,
mate.
my mate has had Pro Plus, and he said he came round my house because he used to drink round mine, get pissed, did Steve, and he'd always fall asleep by the end of the night. Yeah, well, before the end of the night, right? And he came one night with the Pro Plus, and he said, "I got these." It didn't work. Got to go straight out, mate. That's all right. It sounded 20 yard. Right, I'm gonna keep watching these rods while I think in the back of my head about bed shitter and the Lego haircut from accounts or complaints. Thinking to myself, what have we done? What has this country? Well, it's not what I've done. I just want to say to all those that have voted for Labour, I'm 56, so what am I going to be, 61, just about 61, maybe 60, 61 before they've gone. So I just want to thank everybody for doing that to me, because I just can't believe it. You got the moron over bloody net zero. What a knob. All you want to do in this life is go to work, earn your money, and then just enjoy what time you've got, because we aren't on this planet for long. It's a short ride, I'll tell you. Seems a long time when you're young, but when you get to 56 and you think, Christ, I could have 14 years left and I could be dead. And you just think to yourself, why do people want to keep chucking obstacles in the way? To benefit their bank accounts, no doubt. But it's just absolutely ridiculous. Why can't we have a government that is actually for the people in the country, to boost everyone's morale, boost trade, cut taxes, so we then spend more money because they get it back in taxes? You know, you either spend £100 in a month or you spend £900 a month. Which will pay the most tax? It's not rocket science, is it, Lego Ed? And it's just fucking ridiculous. And let's talk about the other continent. I'll not mention the chap's name, but he's certainly for his people and certainly making changes. I think if we had a government that actually wanted to make changes for the benefit of the people, rather than the benefit of the globalists and the fucking them arseholes. We got rid of one chap in the 40s, didn't we? Who was a tyrannical bloody person. And we now got one through politics, haven't we? And their best friends, well, they're best friends of the European Union, because they just seem to, as though they just take all the things they talk about at Davos and implement them. And these idiots now are going to tie us up even more. And I'm not getting into that because I've just lost 50 subscribers because I've got an opinion. And you know what they're saying now? It's all on GB News and everything. if you've got an opinion, yeah, about something, or about some a lot of grape gangs, because I do like red grapes, but I don't like gangs of them. Yeah, if you talk about all that, then you're far bloody right. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So what they're actually doing now, and I'm cutting this short, what they're doing now is they're just controlling you by them putting policies in on your speech. It's a shit show, and we've got, like I say, I'm going to be 60, 61 before they're gone. They've got to go. Do not put them in again. I do not want to be put in my coffin, yeah, with a Labour government. Anyhow, that's late in the video. So anybody that isn't a true fan of Verns sea fishing, they shouldn't be watching by then, should they? But them rods are stationary. I'm going to reel them in a minute and then we'll bait up again. But it has been quite a calm night, hasn't it, mate?
It's been really calm.
It's been like a session of let's just relax.
It is relaxing.
I ain't even had no tea yet.
Tell you what, I can't get over this new rod rest I've got. This new try.
And then we'll bait up again. But it has been quite a calm night, and it tripod, can't you? You can have more than one, can't you? But it is a fantastic addition to your fishing arsenal of equipment.
Well, it's half the weight of one I had.
Yeah, well, half the weight. I think your Shakespeare one, it's probably well, it's minuscule compared to that.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we'll keep watching these rods. We'll bring you back in a bit. Sorry if I've upset anybody because I've got an opinion. But yeah, I've come to decide I don't like bed shitters. Right. Let's get this reeled in and then we'll get the bait changed. Chuck it a little bit further. Oh, you bastard.
It's very wet tonight, isn't it? I'm not.
Yeah, well, John's that bait just hit my wrist.
Yeah.
Now it's all wet and slimy. It was like an excitable fanny. Bait hasn't been touched, still looks alright.
Same as mine, what I brought up.
So
Just brushing it up with some brushing. Plenty of work.
So that's how you unbait a hook. You just pull it off. I'm spoiling you with tips tonight, aren't I? Nearly got a hook in my finger then. Oh, look at that. Wash my fingers. I don't like fishy fingers. They stink. Right, let's get this other one reeled in, then I'll bait up. So, get this reeled in. I know I won't have any rods out. Let's walk to the piss island. There's some movement out there. There's a bit of a swell out there, mate. This is heavy.
You got weed like me?
Possibly, or it could be a fish or in the mud.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's moving rapidly. You can see that looking at water now. Isn't it?
Yeah. Ain't come up yet, mate. Nothing on that. Never mind. Wires are pulled out. Other piss island again. Thanks a lot, fellas. Keep doing what you do. Old Busby, old Busby wouldn't be happy. I ain't gonna tangle that. I am going to tangle it, innit? It's just going to happen, innit?
Yeah, it goes close to going.
Ain't going to happen now.
Yeah, you got like
Or has it?
no.
Yeah, it has. No, and right, let's get this over here. Don't stand on that, Keith. It will hurt.
Got weed above your head.
Have I? Oh yeah. There's not a lot though, mate. Is there?
No.
Matter of fact, the weed is better now than it was on the last one. Right, I'll bring you back in a minute. I've got Spolt ringing me now. So I'll see you in a minute after I've baited up. All right, mate. Well, that's one out. Get it on there. There we are. Take a bit of slack up, put it on there, let it settle. And we do it all over again. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll take some slack up now, so that I know where. Well, it's already took the slack up. Let's get the bait runner on. And that is of a fish island. Fucking hell. Gonna have to cast this one out to the left even more, because that one is in the current. Look, what a waste of time that was. That didn't work, did it? Didn't go far enough left. Well, I went far enough left, I just casted it too far. So this will be the short one. Shortish. It ain't gonna be short. It's just as far. Bloody idiot. I'm a numpty, aren't I?
Come in, kind of doing it here. That cat's right out there.
Ooh.
This.
That's bit already. Bit already. Why do I keep casting too far, mate? I might have to reel that one in actually, because that's not holding. Look at it.
Frost on here, look.
Can you see that?
What?
Look.
Yeah, tight.
And if I put it on that, yeah, it'll come out. Right, that'll do
That.
me.
I've got frost on that.
Yeah, we're getting frost now, mate. What is the temperature? I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at what temperature is. Right, let's press that. What does that say? Half a degree. Half a degree. I don't know whether you got that, but it's half a degree. So yeah, that's a bit chilly, isn't it? Hey? That's tuck your bloody vest in your pants weather, isn't it? But I'm alright, I got my hand warmers. They're on 19% and 14%. So that'll be alright. What will happen is, if they run out, I'll get 2 more out, because I've got shitloads. Nothing worse than being cold. I've turned my ghillie coot up. We're on green now, look, green for go. And that should be alright. So, I'm going to watch these rods. I cocked one of them up, I shouldn't have cast it so far. You're back on blue, mate.
I'm going on blue, yeah. Got too hot. Shoulders are getting wet.
That's a pheasant. Are you going to go get that one with your 410? See you in a bit. Right, let's get this rod reeled in. We're coming to the end, you'll be pleased to know. So this one has been tapping. So this one, I'll just go to the urine island. Right, let's get this in. I don't think there's anything on it. Get it up in the water, reel it in fast. We've got to get it over the rocks. And then at the last minute, you give it a flick. Nothing on it, and that was the rod that was tapping. So that don't bode well for the second rod, does it? But yeah, I'm going to leave that one out, Keith, for a bit longer. Now the problem is, there's not a problem, but I was so stressed over the last 2 days, and I'll probably get stressed tomorrow with the cat if it don't go right. But I thought he'd be playing on my mind a lot more, but I've come fishing, had a chat with Keith, and everything just melted away. And I feel far better. If I'd have stayed at home where I wanted to be, let's be honest, yeah, I would have been sitting there fretting all the time and worrying. So I'm pleased that I've come. I'm pleased that I've come. Just reeled that in, there's nothing on it. So it's been good for me, really. It's been alright, Keith, hasn't it?
It's been a brilliant night.
I'm not that bad, am I?
Nah.
Some people think I'm a twat, you know. I can be, but not all the time. But yeah, no, let's not get down all that bloody mental health crap, because that's going around the world like a virus, isn't it? Everyone's got it. And I'm sure there's people that have got it. I had it. Well, I didn't have it. I had depression when my mum died. But the thing is, I didn't realise I had it until I got better. And then the wife said, yeah, you've been like that. And I went, really? And then when I started talking a bit more about it, because I'd never used to listen to her, because of the state I was in. It's quite a big thing when you lose a parent that you're right close to. Yeah, I never realised I had it until I was out of it. It always sometimes make me wonder why people always talk about it. Because I never knew I had it. Perhaps there's different sorts. God knows. Anyhow, we ain't getting into that. All I'm saying is, I was stressed out the last 2 days. I've come here tonight and I'm totally refreshed. But I'll probably get stressed out again tomorrow. I'm going to pack this rod away, and then we're going to bring the next one in, and then we're going to say sayonara. For me, it'll be a few minutes. For you, it'll be a blink of an eye. We'll get us both on camera then. So Keith's reeling in. We'll turn Keith's ignition off, because he's got the radio playing. And two, he's just turned his car on to charge the battery up. You got anything, mate?
No.
You're in here?
I'm in.
Right, well, I'm going in. If I get this in without getting tangled, mate, you ain't had to go down and help me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. Right, let's get it reeled in.
No, you probably have one on, because you usually do.
No, not because there's too many rocks there, mate. It'll be going down. It's heavy. Gone light a bit now, but it might be wait. Oh. No, not really. That was a bit of a relief. It's been nice to catch, but it'd be going over the side. It's quite cold now. I don't know if it's still
It'd be freezing point now.
half a degree.
They're really going down, really going hard.
But I'll tell you, it ain't too bad if you've got a heated coat on, like me. So, right, come and say goodbye, Keith. Let me get this on. Is that on? Need to stand back a bit because you need to come over here, mate.
Bye bye from me.
We don't need to. Oh, hang on. Turn your light off.
Oh yeah.
God, you're a fucking amateur. Put it in your pocket. Right. What do you think today then?
It's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's been alright, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's just a pity there's many fish about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right. And I've been quite calm as well, haven't I?
Today you have?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. Yeah, well, I think it was needed. I think it just come out of me. And that was just, oh, it's been nice. But I've got a shit drive home. And that's it. Anyhow, it's been a pleasure, Keith.
It has.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right, you can go now because the star of the show needs to sign off.
Right. Bye bye from me anyway.
Yeah, bye bye from him, and it's goodbye from me. Anyhow, it's not goodbye because I've got to finish what I'm saying. This has been East Holton, and it's been an enjoyable night. It's been needed. I've caught a small codlin, that's all I've caught. If you've got this far, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm saying it at the wrong time in the video again, aren't I? Drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up, and give me some support because that's all I ask. It'll be fantastic as the channel grow, but it's like pulling hen's teeth. It certainly is, but that's the way it is when you're an organic channel like mine and you're a bit marmitey. But yeah, it's been a great night. I've caught that codlin. It was lovely and small and perfect. Keith, you ain't caught nothing, Keith, have you? Keith ain't caught nothing.
You don't want to call my hook.
Yeah, and John has been fishing at Hut Off, and he's had 3 whiting, and his mate's had a codlin. So it is. John said it's very quiet, and John catches fish, doesn't he? Obviously. So yeah, it's been a quiet night, but it's been good, and I'm chuffed. And that's all I need to say. There'll be an update on the cat. We will do cat update as we did with the chicken update. Yeah, and we'll do an update on Tab as well because yeah, he's something else at the minute. But they're all getting old. I think they're about 92 years old in human life. Anyhow, this is it, Tom. I'm ending it now. Thanks for watching. Please tune into the next one. I will soon be on the beaches again. And see you anon. Woohoo!